Tom Brady's extraordinary NFL career began with him leading the Patriots to the Super Bowl title in 2001. His first NFL season as their starter, but Brady believes history could have been very different if not for the tuck rule. The infamous tuck rule, what was turned an apparent game-ending fumble by Brady in his first playoff game into an incomplete pass, which allowed the Patriots to keep the ball and eventually beat, at the time, the Oakland Raiders on their way to the Super Bowl. Brady, who became a starter in 2001 when Drew Bledsoe was injured, but the greatest quarterback to ever play the game, believes that if the Patriots had lost that game, head coach Bill Belichick would have gone back to Drew Bledsoe for the 2002 season. And let me tell you this, he is not lying, because Bill Belichick is all about business. He even drafted Brady's replacement, Jimmy Garoppolo, at one point. But that's a different story. Even if Brady is right that Belichick would have started Drew Bledsoe during the 2002 season, that doesn't mean Brady wouldn't have had a Hall of Fame career. But it would have been a very different career if it hadn't been given the kickstart of an obscure rule propelling him to his first Super Bowl ever. But let me take you back in time of what happened, where it happened, and what exactly went down. It was the divisional round in which, under a snowstorm, the Pats hosted the Raiders in the last game in the history of Foxborough Stadium in the playoff, which debuted of then completely an inexperienced Tom Brady. The play happened with at minute 50 left on the clock. Brady and the Pats had the ball at the Raiders' 42-yard line, down 13-10, and with no timeouts. Star cornerback Charles Woodson, who actually played with Tom Brady in college in Michigan, made a blitz that Brady did not see. Woodson hit Brady, and he regretted releasing the ball for a pass as he moved his arm towards his body. Woodson caused a fumble that essentially ended the game. However, the play was reviewed and the call was changed to the tuck rule. What is the tuck rule exactly? It's when a player is holding the ball to pass it forward, any intentional forward movement of his arm starts a forward pass, even if the player loses possession of the ball as he is attempting to tuck it back towards his body. Also, if the player has tucked the ball into his body and then loses possession, it is a fumble. But according to the referee, Brady's arm was going forward and an incomplete pass was ruled incomplete. Pretty odd, right? So what happened next? Eventually, the Pats tied the game with no time on the clock with a fabulous 45-yard field goal by Adam Vinatieri, and then in overtime, Vinatieri himself gave New England a ticket to the next round. The rest is history. The Pats would go on to beat the St. Louis Rams in the Super Bowl to lift their first ever Lombardi Trophy in franchise history.